Mystics, this is Jennifer, aka Genevieve, warmly welcoming you to Mystic this year. And I wanted to shoot a video with my fellow pillar holders because we have a brand new way that we're going to be curating who comes into camp this year. And so we have a new model, and this model is one of pillarship. And what we're doing is we're having our pillar holders represent each of our 5 values: radical contribution, radical collaboration, radical compassion, radical self-expression, and radical evolution. And so these 5 pillar holders are going to be right beside me, all 5 of us, and we'll be receiving your applications to camp with us, and then vetting and choosing those people that we can fit in our little 200-person plot this year. Now, what is this pillarship model that we're talking about to have new people come in? Well, what it means is that instead of just us opening our doors to everyone that's been sponsored on our list, we're actually going to have everybody, both veterans and newbies alike, are going to fill out an application where we're basically just going to make it simple. We're just going to say, here are the areas of camp that we feel like we are wanting to contribute to because it's our joy, it's our gift. And so you'll be filling out that little application. It'll tell us a little bit about where you want to help co-create Mystic. There you'll see of the 5 areas, which area you most want to contribute to. And these areas are divided into the 5 major areas of camp, which are then coincided with the 5 different values. We're going to hold that together, and we're going to connect with each and every one of you as you fill in those applications, and then they'll be in touch. And what you'll receive next is, if you're up for contributing to a camp in the way that we most need it, and you're excited to do that, and you're ready to register, you're going to get a code from us, a unique code that you don't want to give to anyone else because it's only your unique code. And that'll let you to go through the regular registration process. And when you register, that gets you a spot at camp. You'll pay your dues for food, for water, for power, for RV pumping, if you want any of those options in addition to your dues. We also have donations available if you want to donate to our art fund to fund all sorts of incredible artists and scholarships for people and to make this accessible to everyone. But that's how our pillar model works this year. And so why are we doing this? We have basically 4 reasons that we're doing it this way. It used to be that if you were a veteran mystic, we would open our doors and anyone who wanted to register could register. And what we're finding is that we've got a much higher demand. And so first is we wanted to address the demand and give it to the people that are really enthusiastic, really excited, and want to name in advance the teams that they want to be in. Our pillar model is to go out there and have each person tell us exactly what it is that they want to contribute to camp, what teams of our 40 teams they want to be on, and how they want to really hold each of these 5 pillars. And so second reason we're doing this pillar model is as a division of labor. Often it's I've been a gatekeeper helping handle all of the communications, and I love that role. It's been beautiful. I've held it with a couple people each year. And this year we want to divide that labor so that no one person is making all those decisions, where there's literally 5 of us, and those 5 are me for radical contribution, which is our public spaces. And then our radical collaboration area is going to be held by Brian Wasserman, Medicine Man, and Joy, our chef extraordinaire. And they're holding our infrastructure part of camp, right? And then radical compassion is our community part of camp, and that's going to be held by Cosmic Cowboy. And then our radical self-expression is going to be held by C-Rex, our other co-founder, and he's holding the Mystic Flyer and the Mystic Arts Foundation as an area of camp. And then lastly, our beloved Robert Love, he is fabulous, and he is holding our Radical Evolution, which is our public offerings part of camp. So we're going to divide up how we bring all of you in and develop deep relationships with each of you as you come to Mystic. Third is we want to distribute the acculturation amongst the 5 of us and allow for each person to have more of us to go around to really warmly and personally welcome you in, so that you can really feel each of us being super excited about each one of you coming to camp with us. So we're going to distribute our acculturation and have each of us really embody and tell you about the pillar that you're coming in through. Lastly is that we're going to create an extra layer of accountability. If you're coming to camp through one of the pillars that's receiving your application to camp with us this year, we're going to help create a relationship with you and your team leads. And we're hoping that the benefit of that is that you feel invested early on. You know, at Burning Man, there are no spectators. That's part of what creates so much magic, is that we're all co-creating this together. And so you'll have like an extra layer of accountability to your pillar and to your team leads, who are going to evaluate next year if it feels really good to invite you back. And so that's some of the why of our pillarship model. I'm Genevieve, aka Jennifer Russell. I'm holding pillar number 1, radical contribution. And really what we're about here is that we're about really creating and enhancing every environment that we're in. You know, the way that art does that, the way that science does that, the way that human interaction does that. You know, the way that we want to really leave every space that we're in better than we found it. Right? And so as our public spaces, we really understand that just as you grow into the world grows into you. And not only do you occupy a certain space, but that space in turn occupies you. Here, we're focused on where design meets consciousness, and understand that everything we are designing is designing us back. And we are being actively transformed by the spaces that we occupy. So our intention with this pillar is to create the spaces that become the temples that feed our hearts and feed our minds and become our homes and the backdrop for all the creative wisdom that's coming and all of the art that we're creating together. So I just want to warmly welcome you to the pillar of radical contribution, public spaces, and just to give you a feel for what are the teams on this pillar. So the teams that we have in this pillar are our Mystic Theater team, so those that are going to build and decorate that. It's our Healing Dome team that creates all the space for us to go in and has like a water oasis and get healing sessions from our healers. Our Cosmic Heart Temple, which is a beautiful space for us to create ritual and ceremony and deep connection with the divine masculine and feminine in both of us, where we're united in our hearts. This is also the team that's creating the sound and the lights to make the spaces beautiful, and our art to make the spaces beautiful. So welcome to this. Welcome to being a part of creating the kind of spaces that allow not only our own mystics to have a home and to feel safe and belonged, but for all of the people visiting us to be awed and inspired by all the truth and beauty. So can't wait to see you on the playa. And we'll see you then. Send in your application, and you'll get us a code from me, and we'll get started.
Welcome to Camp Mystic. My name is Brian Wasserman, and I've been honored and chosen to hold the Radical Collaboration pillar for this year's 2022 Burning Man. One of the things I'm most proud about is every year I participate in co-creating the container that we live at Camp Mystic. And I welcome anybody who wants to be part of our builds process and creating the infrastructure for this year's 2022 Burning Man to register to be part of the Radical Collaboration team and the infrastructure team. And let's have a conversation of you helping us build the environment for everybody to enjoy at Burning Man. Can't wait to see everybody.
Aloha Mystics! Hey there, Cosmic Cowboy here, representing the pillar of compassion and love. The most important thing, you know, when all the edifices that we build temporarily on the playa come down, when the city itself is no longer there, and when we're no longer here, the last thing that remains and the only thing that remains is the love that we share, the love that we give, the love that we are. And this pillar of compassion is really at the base, at the core, at the center of the pillar. It's at the center of our culture. We thrive and pride ourselves on lifting each other up and bringing out the best in one another, and being of service, be giving and serving. And so, I just want to welcome you to Mystic, to making this the best Mystic ever, to making this the best burn ever. And I invite you to open your heart to new possibilities, to the greatest potential that we have in being of service and of being loving and compassionate, and to add to this element of our culture. Aloha.
Hello, Mystics, old and new. I'm C-Rex, and I represent pillar number 4, radical self-expression. Larry Harvey said that radical self-expression arises from the unique gifts of the individual. No one other than the individual or a collaborating group can determine its content. And when they do, it is offered as a gift to others. This pillar represents the Mystic Flyer Mutant Vehicle, aka Mystic Flyer Experience. A project that I started many years ago, not only to be able to express my radical self-expression, but as a way that I could begin to collaborate with others who wanted to also express their radical self-expression. The same is true for Mystic Arts Foundation, an organization with the goal of expanding our ability to collaborate with others and spread around their unique gifts of radical self-expression. So if you're here and you're interested in sharing what it is that you think you can add to the Mystic Flyer experience, I look forward to speaking with you, meeting you, or welcoming you back. Thank you very much.
Hey, my name is Robert Love. On the playa, I'm known as Sky. Today, I am a rainbow unicorn, and I am so excited that and honored to be the pillar for radical evolution. I learned about Camp Mystic about 3 years before I was able to join from a mentor of mine, and he makes a major contribution to the world, and I'm so excited to be able to help other people learn about Camp Mystic and the amazing things that we offer. Specifically with Radical Evolution, we are responsible for the art collection, which some of it I have actually behind me right now. So the Visionary Art Series, our speaker series, our transformational speaker series, which is really excellent, as well as the work in the Healing Dome and the workshops and so forth. So if you are passionate about making a difference in the world and sharing your gifts or helping others share their gifts by facilitating a workshop or helping work the speaker series, or you're really passionate about the art, please reach out, let me know. And I'm so excited to meet you at Camp Mystic. Love and blessings to you.